Hi, welcome to my weekly video. Today I am going to be using beautiful motifs, a bundle, well, mostly dies, but it is a bundle. It's part of the Beautiful Gallery suite. So that's what I'll be using today. And just before I get started, first of all, I am going to start putting my videos on YouTube in addition to Facebook. So when this video gets posted, I will put a link to my my YouTube page below in the comments. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button if you like this, hit the share button if you know somebody else that would like it. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and notifications if you want to know when my videos post. You could do those, and comment in either or both places, Facebook or YouTube. Just trying to get my YouTube going. I've been kind of scared of YouTube, and I don't know why. Anyway, yeah. So beautiful motifs. I'm not going to be using the stamp set. I love the greetings, the sentiments in here, but I'm not using those today, and I'll get to that later. And here's just a couple of sheets of the paper in the designer series pack. Two of my favorites, and I've got an idea with this one. I think it's going to work the way I think it will. But I got to play around. And then, the back sides have it reminds me of wallpaper. Not all of them, but some of them. So today, well, before I do that, let me explain the dies. So these dies don't match any of the stamps in the set. So these are standalone dies, standalone stamp set. Get what you like. You like both, bundle them together to save a little bit of money. These two dies cut out detailed dies. These do not cut out at all. It just kind of pierces the paper. Well, not pierces. It cuts it, but it doesn't cut it out. And I'll show that to you. So here's this one that, I had that one. Let me grab this paper so maybe you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, it's detailed and it's kind of thin there. I didn't take care of pulling it out of the die because I just did that in a hurry. But also, in the future, I will use adhesive sheet on the back of that one and this one, both. And then these three dies, this is what they do. So they will cut into it, and then you can pop these up a little bit if you want. Leave them laying down, whatever you want. There's that piece there. And then this one here just kind of gives it some interest, some definition. So that's what they do. And I'm going to be using this one today. So I'll just pull that one off. And then my paper is, this is Lost Lagoon, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, score at 4 1/4, my typical size. And if you need the measurements of the card, leave a comment below and I will reply to that and get you the measurements. And then this piece is 5 by 3. And I did that because I want to show off this paper. And this is like 4 1/16 by 5 5/16, I believe. So just a little bit bigger than my normal size, just because I wanted to show off more of that paper. And here again, this looks like wallpaper to me. That's just a nice, subtle background. So first thing I'm going to do before I lose my piece of paper is use my adhesive. Gosh, I'm not being very careful with that today. I like to get it close to the edge. I'm just going to put that down. I'm going to center that, hopefully straight. But one never knows how straight it's going to be when I put something down. And then, this is a pretty easy card. I am going to use this, and my sandwich stuff, my plates were all out of whack. So I'm going to lay this down, I think kind of there. And if you want it in a precise place, you could use washi tape. For this, it doesn't have to be exact. So run that through. I'll put the machine and the plates off to the side. And then I'm going to carefully pull this off. Oh, that came out pretty easy. Put that with my dice so I don't lose them. So then this is going to go on here. I'm realizing now this is really quick and easy. But this is what I was talking. See, we can play around with popping those up. Going through the mail, they're going to kind of get squished down, but even going in an envelope, they'll get squished down a little bit. So there, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put this on dimensionals. So I'm going to do one on each corner. And I'm going to do a couple others just to give it some support. That should be good. I haven't actually put one of these together. I do have another card that I made with the other detail die, not this detail, but the other detail die. The cutout one. And I wanted to put this on dimensionals just to give it that little extra lift. And hopefully that's straight. Sometimes I look at it when I'm on putting it together and it looks straight, and then I get it to go take a picture of it and it's not straight at all. And then if you saw my post yesterday, I talked about how I used the more messages mainly. That was one of them. And I just pre-cut a bunch of dies or sentiments in different colors and everything. So there's some of them. So that saves time when you're putting a card together, especially if you put stuff together last minute. And then, so I was going to use this one, and it's the one on Basic Beige in the Secret Sea ink. And I was thinking I'd put that kind of underneath that leaf a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm going to put a dimensional on this side. And then I'm going to put some glue. Let's see if I can get it to come out. I think this one's getting empty. Yeah. I think I need to just pull out another one. So I'll use my Stampin' Seal to have it stick to that side. And I'm making sure it's in the card base, so it's not sticking out. So then it would, if it's sticking out too far, it would get bent when it goes into an envelope, unless you use a larger envelope, which I've had to do before because I get it too close to the edge. And then just some simple rhinestones, if I can find where I put them. They're underneath my dies. I looked through my embellishments, and I couldn't really decide. So I just like, simple rhinestones will suffice. And I think I'll put one here, and I wanted to fill up that space up there. So I'll do, try not to get it right on top of especially the little bit bigger one. I'll use the 3 different sizes. Actually, I'm going to put another one here. And another one, I'll go the medium size. Another, right there. There. They say odd numbers, so I've got 5. So there's that card. Pretty quick and easy. Mainly because I had this already stamped, and I could have maybe used one of the blank ones that I wanted, but I wanted the basic beige. Just because. And then I didn't even think about the inside, but what you could do on the inside is cut one of these for the inside piece. I didn't think about that. Oh, I'll have to do that. I'll use the basic beige, and I'll cut one of those in the corner, and I will do that, and I will take a picture of that and post it tomorrow when I post the rest of this. So there, this is, a good use. If you saw my post yesterday, good way to just keep these, quick and easy. And then I had another card that I made. This is with the Woven Textures Designer Series paper, the Textured Notes rectangle dies, or the dies. And I can't remember. Oh, this came from the Beautiful Motifs. The Thank You for Everything is from this stamp set. And then here's that other detailed die. And again, in the future, I will put that on adhesive sheet before I cut it, because I had to strategically put glue in the bigger parts so I didn't have glue all over my card. But there's the 2 cards that I have with this, 2 new cards. I've used this Designer Series paper before, and I don't have those cards with me down here. I think I used, can't remember what, I don't know where it's at. Oh, this piece. Oh, if I can get it out. I used this one on a card here recently. So, yeah. So that's it for today. And again, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you know somebody else that would like it, hit the share button, and check out my YouTube as well. Thank you again, and I will see you next week. Bye.